Welcome everyone to the Indiana Association for College Admissions Counseling Virtual College Fair. We have an awesome lineup of institutions for you to hear from this evening. But before I turn it over to them, I do have a couple of housekeeping items for you. Number one, this is a webinar, so your camera and your microphones are turned off, so our panelists cannot see or hear you this evening. Next, this is being recorded tonight, and all the programs that are happening today were recorded and are being recorded and will be available for playback within 1 week at strivescan.com/Indiana. And finally, we know that you're going to have some questions, and our panelists want to make sure that all your questions get answered. So you can ask a question at any time by typing it into the Q&A feature at the bottom of your screen. But also make sure that you know which institution you're directing your question to so that our panelists can answer that appropriately. This is called a 6x6 program, which means every institution only has 6 minutes to share great information about their institution with you. So we hope it'll be just enough so that you end up wanting to do more research afterwards. So without further ado, I'm going to turn it over to our first institution. So I first have the pleasure of introducing to you Ivy Tech Community College Kokomo. Take it away whenever you're ready. Carly?
Hello, my name is Carly. I am with Ivy Tech Community College in Kokomo. I am a mix of our admissions department and K-14. So more or less, I am a recruiter and also spend time at the schools when I can this last year, helping students navigate the college pathway and how to get there and into a career of their choosing. So a little bit about Ivy Tech. One cool fact that I like to share with all students is that we are the only community college in the state of Indiana. And unlike other states, that's very, very rare because all other states generally have more than one and significantly more than one. So our campus is broken down into a handful of different schools, and I have them on a sheet of paper here just so I don't forget. So that qualifies advanced manufacturing and engineering. We have business, logistics, and supply chain. We have all of our IT programs, public affairs, social services, arts, sciences, and education, nursing, and all the health sciences. So we have several programs, all of which fall under those schools. And you can go, all of the information I'm sharing with you tonight can be found at ivytech.edu. Derry, maybe while I'm talking, you can throw that just into the chat there for everyone. So one significant difference within the last couple of years that Ivy Tech has transitioned to is while we still host courses within a 16-week semester, so from August to December, January to May, we actually have our semesters broken down into 2 8-week modules. So we have more opportunity for students to start their courses now. So if you miss the boat in August and you can't start in August and maybe it's just too soon for you, you have the opportunity to start in October. Same with January, you can also start in March. And then our summer term, which is the same 10-week term. So we have a handful of enrollment steps. We have an open enrollment process. So our application is open all year round for students. It's free online and would take you 5 minutes at most to do. So then we have also an open acceptance policy as well. So once you apply, you will be accepted and have a handful of enrollment steps to complete, all of which for all these schools tonight, of course, one big one coming up. If you don't have your FAFSA filed yet, get on that as soon as possible. That will just save you headache down the road and possibly give you opportunity, of course, for state and federal funding, just like for all these colleges here this evening. But for us, I know that even if you don't get any kind of state or federal funding, as long as you have your FAFSA on file, that does allow you to apply for our scholarships. And we have several thousands of dollars of scholarships. And sadly, many of them go unclaimed. So the opportunity for you to get a part of your education paid for, if not all of it, is available even just through scholarships. So we also do not require SAT, ACT, or PSAT. We certainly welcome those if you have them, but by no means, if it's just something that you have not done yet, and you're not sure if you want to do, it is not something we require. We do have assessment placement test, more or less. So that's a math and English assessment that would help us best support you by knowing what level of coursework you're ready for. But again, if you have a certain GPA level or an SAT score of some sort, ACT score, those could help get you waived from assessment. But if you don't have the right SAT score or the right GPA, it's fine. Like, you are still welcome to come to Ivy Tech. We will help you. We have, I know at Kokomo, and I know I'm pretty sure all the other campuses too, admissions staff ready on hand to talk with you about your particular interests and goals. Me personally, I came to Ivy Tech back after I graduated high school, did 2 years and transferred to Purdue University. So I'm an Ivy Tech grad and I'm a Boilermaker, and I'm super proud of the experience and my story, because both institutions and doing it the way that I did helped me graduate debt free. And for me, that is a huge part of my story. And a big part of what I like to share with other students and their families. So if that is appealing to you, to not have that debt or to minimize your debt, this is an amazing route to go. Also, the transfer opportunities that we have just in the state of Indiana, and with all the colleges here on this call, our programs are recognized by these other colleges. And for those I know who complete some sort of credentialing with us, or even just several coursework, maybe a full credential doesn't fit best into your goals. All of the, I know, state and several private colleges throughout Indiana love accepting Ivy Tech students because they are determined, they're dedicated, they've clearly completed coursework and have done really great. And those colleges are loving the idea of accepting our students because they know they're going to complete with them too. So really, the sky is the limit. You can just complete some courses. Maybe before you go to your university of choice, you can complete courses with us this summer. You can complete courses if you go ahead and go to another university. Every summer, you can complete courses with us, or in the middle of your school year at another university, be what's called a guest student. That allows you to be that student at the university and come take some classes with us. You could start with us and just complete your freshman year. You can also start with us and complete more up to your sophomore year and then transfer as a junior. Seriously, guys, there are so many options. And I know Derry put my contact information in the chat. I know I'm at Kokomo. I can help you start the conversation for any place in the state. So contact me if you need any more assistance. Thank you.
Carly, thanks so much to you and Ivy Tech. Next up, I have the opportunity of introducing to you Vincennes University. Sarah, take it away whenever you're ready.
Hi, my name is Sarah. I am the Interim Associate Director of Admissions at Vincennes University. So those of you who don't know where Vincennes is, we are just an hour south of Terre Haute and an hour north of Evansville. So right in the middle. Our school is kind of in the middle of a community college and then a four-year degree. We have about 2,800 students on the main campus. So a smaller environment, but we have a larger school feel because we have housing options, we have athletic options, clubs, intramural sports. So I like to kind of say, you get that smaller school environment and a smaller class size, but we have the larger school atmosphere where, you don't know everybody's name, but it's still a great place to keep your mind set. So for admissions, we are an open enrollment and test optional. We do have assessment tests that may be required, and kind of like Ivy Tech, we can use your SAT and ACT scores, but again, they are not required. For our programs, we have associate's degrees, bachelor's degrees, and certificate programs. So we have a lot of 2+2 agreements, a lot with Purdue in our engineering as well as our agriculture. But we also have a lot of 2+2 agreements with other universities such as IU, USI, ISU, and then SIUC in Illinois. Our bachelor's degrees include Homeland Security and Public Safety, which I always like to point this out because anybody looking for cybersecurity, conservation law, law enforcement, even forensics can get a bachelor's degree in the Homeland Security Department. And that bachelor's degree can also be all online if you choose to take it that way. We have technology. Technology is advanced manufacturing, survey, construction management, also business management, as well as agribusiness. And then we have nursing. Nursing can be done all online, the bachelor's degree part of it. So something great about Vincennes, I always like to point out with the nursing degrees, are you can do two years at Vincennes on campus, and after those 2 years you get your associate's degree, you pass your NCLEX, and then you can be a registered nurse. Then you can go on to your bachelor's degree all online, work while you are taking your bachelor's degree, and you can do your bachelor's degree kind of at the pace you want. So it's not something that you have to do within a certain amount of time. We have health administration, as well as secondary science, secondary math, and then special education. The special education duals with elementary education. So if you're looking for that dual licensure, that's really a great route you can take. For Vincennes University, I like to say we kind of are starting off, you can start here and then transfer to a goal school if you like. If you have a bigger school that you can't afford, or you need to start small and then go bigger, that's going to be really easy to start at Vincennes University and then get there, because our credits transfer very well. But also, if you want to start and get a bachelor's degree, we have those options as well. And then if you're wanting a certificate program, we do recognize the Next Level Jobs Initiative, as well as our 21st Century Scholars. So there are a lot of scholarship opportunities with Vincennes. We give $1.9 million in scholarships each year. And again, kind of like Ivy Tech, a lot of them don't go used because some people just don't know about them. But a lot of different scholarships, not just based on academics, but based on where you live, minorities, anything like that. Anything can get a scholarship. So Vincennes is a great place to start. If you guys are interested, I'm always here. The admissions office is open if you guys want to come visit. We do have face-to-face visits as well. You can go on our website. It's VINU. That's VINU.edu. And you can kind of search around for majors as well as campus visits, and then come talk to me if you like.
Thanks so much, Sarah. I really appreciate that. Audience, please don't hesitate to put those questions in the chat if you have them. Next up, we're going to introduce to you Indiana University, Fort Wayne. Take it away whenever you're ready. You might be on mute.
I'm sorry about that. Hey guys, I am Julie Hagler with IU Fort Wayne. I hope you guys can all see my screen here.
We can.
Perfect. So a little bit about IU Fort Wayne. We've actually been in the area for over 100 years now. For a good long while, we were a part of IPFW. But in 2018, we actually split into IU Fort Wayne and Purdue Fort Wayne. During that split, PFW took everything except for the healthcare and health science related degrees, which are what we now offer. So we have 12 degrees and programs on our campus. They're all healthcare and health science related, and we're just shy of 1,000 students as part of IU Fort Wayne. It's really nice for our students because you get the small school experience while having all those big campus amenities, because we are still located on that PFW campus. So you have access to everything that the PFW students do. So our degrees and majors, we have 2 degrees within the School of Public Health. We have community health, which is a great degree for anybody who wants to go into education or nonprofit work within the healthcare system. And then we also offer health services management, which is anybody who wants to do that behind the scenes work, working for insurance companies, running hospitals, those kinds of things. Those are both bachelor's degrees. Within dental, we have 3 programs within our dental school of dentistry. We have dental assisting, which is our only certificate program on this campus. It's a 10-month program. When you're in the program, you are a full-time student for those 10 months. And then we have 2 other dental programs. We have dental hygiene and dental technology, which are both bachelor's degrees. We also have a degree in health science, which is a really good option for anybody who wants to go on to med school, PT, OT, because it allows you to customize the degree so that you can get all of your prerequisites completed to go on to those post-bachelor schools. We also have a degree in medical imaging, and we have both radiography and sonography tracks within that. We also offer social work on our campus as well as nursing. And we have 3 different options within nursing. We have the traditional BSN, and online RN to BSN. So if you already have your associates in nursing, you can continue at IU Fort Wayne and turn that into a bachelor's degree, as well as an accelerated nursing program for anybody who might have gone and gotten their bachelor's degree in something else and wants to come back and get it in nursing. As far as financial services on our campus, we do offer in-state banded tuition. So if you are a full-time student and you take between 12 and 18 credit hours, you're going to pay one set price for tuition, which is what you would pay at 12 credit hours. So it allows you, if you're taking 14, 15, to get more for your money, which helps you also get through school a little bit quicker too. So a lot of our programs have you take advantage of that banded tuition and have you taking 14 credit hours each semester. So you are getting more for your money and you get through school a little quicker. We also offer admission-based scholarships as well on our campus based on your GPA coming in, as well as if you guys haven't already, make sure you apply for the FAFSA if you're a senior because that deadline is approaching. And if you're going to be applying for next year, just make sure you include us on your FAFSA. That way they can calculate how much aid you would be eligible for if you did come to our school. We also have a net price calculator online as well, so you can calculate an estimate of what would it cost you in your specific situation to attend IU Fort Wayne. So if you do want to apply to IU Fort Wayne, you can do that online on our website, iufw.edu/apply. And you can actually apply to every single IU campus at the same time, which will save you time and money because you only have to pay one application fee. Just make sure you also send us your high school transcripts as well as any college transcripts that you might have gotten from dual credits. And then we are a test optional school, and we actually went test optional before coronavirus. So even after this pandemic passes, we're not going to require your test scores as part of the application process, but you can submit those if you want them to be included. So those are, just the basic steps to apply. If you guys have any questions, you can always reach out to me. My email address is here on the screen as well as my phone number. And I will also put that in the chat for you guys as well. But that is IU Fort Wayne. We are available also for in-person visits on campus as well as virtual visits. So I'll include that information for you guys in the chat as well. Thank you.
Julie, thanks so much to you and Indiana University Fort Wayne. Next up, I have the opportunity to introduce to you Purdue University Fort Wayne. Roy, take it away whenever you're ready.
All right, I'm going to share my screen here. All right, we are the Mastodons, Purdue University Fort Wayne. We're very unique because we're the only Mastodons in the country. We're proud of it. And we have a school history because our students have actually excavated 2 Mastodons since the early 60s. So we're pretty proud of our mascot, and we have a beautiful campus with about 680 acres, and it's right there in Fort Wayne. All right, reasons why students choose Purdue Fort Wayne. First is pretty obvious, earn a prestigious Purdue University degree. We've been offering Purdue degrees since 1964, so that's been 57 years. And we offer over 200 different academic programs, and I'm not going to be able to go through all of them in 6 minutes, but I will highlight the different schools and colleges that we do have. The College of Arts and Sciences would be your liberal arts. They are the largest college on campus. We have the Dormers School of Business, and they're AACSB accredited, which accredits only 5% of business schools worldwide. We also have the College of Engineering, Technology, and Computer Science. These are our quality programs in high demand. We have the College of Professional Studies, and that includes our School of Education, Human Services, Hospitality Management. And by the way, we have a beautiful $26 million hotel that our students study and learn from. And they have a chef's kitchen and classroom space there in the hotel. And then finally, Criminal Justice. That rounds out College of Professional Studies. We have the College of Visual and Performing Arts, and that would include the fine arts. It includes theater and also the Purdue School of Music. So we're excited for all our different programs. We have 30 master's degrees, many certificate programs as well. Our small classroom sizes, 96% of our classes have fewer than 40 students, and our average class size is 23. That's amazing. Those are numbers close to what a private school would offer. Our faculty student ratio is 16 students to every faculty member, which is incredible. We have beautiful campus housing, they're apartment style. Every student gets their own personal bedroom. They either get their own personal bathroom or they share with one other student. We have no community bathrooms in our residence halls. We also, each apartment comes with a full-size kitchen and a living room, completely furnished, air conditioned. It's very nice. I call it top shelf. Finally, Fort Wayne is a great place to go to school. We are the second largest city in Indiana. We have 260,000 people that live in our city. We have lots to do for college students. We have wonderful job opportunities, internship and co-op opportunities for our students. Niche.com ranked Fort Wayne #1 for lowest cost of living in the US among the larger cities. That's 228 cities they compared each city to, and we were the lowest cost. It's a great place to land. And then finally, our affordable tuition. It's real affordable for a Purdue University degree. We like to say that this is one of our highlights. For an in-state student this year, our tuition and fees, and we include our fees within our tuition costs, $8,730. That's before any financial aid. We offer merit-based scholarships. They're based on a high school GPA. And if you've taken a test score, send those in. If you haven't taken an SAT or ACT, we will also scholarship you. So, and then we also have MSEP and contiguous state scholarships for the Midwest states. Again, it reduces the out-of-state tuition and by over $7,000. Our campus housing is about $6,000. It could be higher or lower depending on the floor plan you choose. And we have 7 different floor plans in our campus housing. Again, I want to remind you the Indiana State deadline for state aid is April 15, and our Fort Wayne FAFSA code is there on the screen. First steps to join the herd. Submit your application at pfw.edu/apply. Submit all your transcripts, and then you can check your admission status for your progress. Once you're admitted, accept your offer of admission and submit a $50 enrollment deposit to secure your spot in class. Reserve your campus housing, and that does fill up. So we always encourage students not to linger because the beautiful campus housing will fill. Fill out your enrollment intake form. This is the way we schedule a personal orientation with you, and we have an advisor that's prepared to schedule your classes and prepare you for welcome weekend. All right. And I just want to say, if you're interested in contacting our admissions office, just email ask@pfw.edu. If you'd like to see our virtual campus tour, that was just added about 3 weeks ago. Just go to pfw.edu/visit and take a look at our campus.
Roy, thank you so much to you and Purdue University Fort Wayne. Our final presentation tonight will be from the University of St. Francis Fort Wayne. Take it away whenever you're ready.
All right. Hello, everyone. My name is Kenan. I am one of the undergrad admissions counselors at the University of St. Francis. So I'm going to share my screen real quickly. Hopefully everyone can see that. Can everyone see that? All right, perfect. So
yeah, it's not in presentation view just yet.
okay. Can you see it or no?
So if you go to slideshow and then from the beginning.
Oh yeah, I didn't want to. I was gonna,
Gotcha.
play a quick video. Then we'll get
yeah,
back
sorry.
to
Go ahead then. You're all good.
You're fine. So we'll watch a quick video. Basically, so you have an idea what USF looks like and what we offer, and then we'll talk about a little bit about the majors. We'll talk about athletics and scholarships as well, and kind of the next steps. So I'm gonna. All right, so these are the majors that we offer at the University of St. Francis. There's quite a few to choose. The big main one we don't offer is engineering. But other than that, we do offer quite a few different programs. So when we're thinking institution, when we're thinking about private schools, we always think about being expensive and things like that. So these are the scholarships that we are offering this year for students. They are based off your GPA, and it's anywhere from $15,000 to $20,000. For example, I graduated from the University of St. Francis, and it was cheaper for me to go to USF than it was to go to any of the public institutions in the area. So when you're thinking private schools, I wouldn't discount us until you get your financial aid offer. I would wait to the end and see what it's going to cost. So we are an AIA institution, so we do offer athletic scholarships as well. And these are the sports that we offer, anything from football to soccer to basketball, cross country, and as well as esports. So just some pictures of fun events during on campus. So if you want to apply to the University of St. Francis, it's a free application on our website, sf.edu. I will also add the link to scheduled visits, as well as where you can apply and things like that, and my contact information for you. So, and it's there for you as well. So if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. Okay. Thank you.
Kenan, thank you so much for that presentation from University of St. Francis, Fort Wayne. Now I'm going to invite all of our panelists to turn back on their cameras and give you some great advice, because these are professionals and they work with students all the time going through this college search process. So we'll go round robin in the same order that you presented. What advice would you give someone going through the college search process? Know that most of the students listening tonight will be probably juniors, but we might have some that are a little bit younger. So we'll start with Ivy Tech first.
Okay, here's my piece of advice. Since you have time, if most of you are juniors, but even if you're seniors, my best advice is doing a little bit of the homework that's kind of required on your end, because getting that done will only save you some headaches. And what I mean by doing some back end homework, like do some research on some things. Don't always wait for the answer to come to you, as far as maybe trying to figure out what you want to study. Like, there's beautiful YouTube to help with different videos that could aid you in helping you decide maybe some career options, especially if you want to transfer. Reach out to the university you want to transfer to. Do some of that back end homework to ensure that your transfer process and experience is seamless, and that you have all your ducks in a row ahead of time.
My advice would be to visit the college. I feel like everyone on this panel, you have the big Purdue University, you have big IU University, and then you have smaller campuses like Vincennes and Ivy Tech. So definitely go visit the campuses, as many as you possibly can, when you get out of school, and two, because you're going to see the environment that you want to be in. For me, I knew that I wanted to be a smaller campus, just because I have the attention span of a squirrel. So I know that I need a smaller campus instead of a larger one, but the best fit for you is to visit the environment and the campus that you would like.
Sarah, you bring up a great point. What advice would you guys, or would you specifically give to students who maybe aren't able to visit because of either the pandemic right now, or maybe they just don't have the access to make that visit? What are some colleges doing right now to make sure that students are still able to get there's obviously nothing better than getting your feet on a campus, but what are some other ways a student or family can get the personality of your campus without visiting in person right now?
Well, Vincennes University, we offer virtual campus visits, so that's a great way, but I also suggest social media. Social media is a great way. I know we are all on it, we all use it, but that's a great way to view campus life, the students' point of view, because I know a lot of schools will have their students run their social media, and then you can also talk to current students on the campus. So you could reach out to your admissions representative and just say, hey, can I get in touch with a student and talk to them about their experiences on VU or at VU. If you know your major, we can get you in touch with a specific student that's in the same major. So that's something that I really suggest as well.
Thanks, Sarah. And I'll let everybody else kind of answer that question too, as you talk about your best advice as we go through. And Carly, since you've already gone, is there anything that you would have added to that?
Ivy Tech definitely has all the means for doing virtual, in-person, all the ways of visiting that fits you and whatever you want to do. But we have several, I mean, between just admission staff and then also program facilitators, deans, all the people are still available.
Thanks, Carly. Now we'll head to Julie, and you can talk about your advice, but then also maybe a little bit of information on your virtual programming.
Yeah, I guess I just want to, second what both Carly and Sarah said. I mean, definitely doing your research and your school choice. I mean, if you have made it hard during this pandemic, but if you have the opportunity to talk to somebody who does the job you want to do, go talk to them, find out what schools in the area they recommend going to. That's a really good way to get an idea of where you might want to go to school. And people love to talk about themselves. So if you go to somebody and you say, hey, tell me more about your job, tell me about your education, they're going to want to talk to you because they like talking about themselves. So I definitely recommend doing that. That's a great way to find out some good school options. And then, yeah, I mean, it does make it hard during this pandemic to get in person to see a school. We do have in person as well as virtual visits. And I definitely recommend, it makes it a little harder when you can't come to the campus to talk to current students, because usually you get those kinds of opportunities to talk to a current student when you're doing a campus tour, because they're typically who's leading you on the tour. But try to get engaged. I know a lot of us have opportunities to hear from current students on social media and things like that. So definitely, start following us all on social media if you don't already, so you can hear from students what it's like to be on our campuses.
All right, so my advice, all right, and I've been in higher ed for 32 years. One of the phenomenons in the last decade is for students that take college credit in high school. So I would take advantage of that, either AP classes. If you score 3, 4, or 5, Purdue Fort Wayne will bring that in as college credit, or a dual credit courses. Now, the state of Indiana says that you need 120 credit hours minimum to get your bachelor's degree. So anything you could carve out before you get the campus will be to your benefit. Some students shave off a semester, some shave off a year. It just depends on how motivated you are in high school. And it also helps prepare you for the college rigor. If you've had college courses coming in, it's going to benefit your ability to graduate. And so that's what I would encourage you to do in my 32 years of watching college students. So, and also in terms of visiting campus, I would say, yeah, it's been a struggle. I think it's a struggle for the student as well as the university and colleges. And we have opened up at Purdue Fort Wayne our regular visits again. And we're run them through the summer. So you might consider maybe after your high school year is over, come visit us in the summer, or do a virtual campus visit. We have a beautiful visit that, like I mentioned earlier, was put online about 3 weeks ago. Or you can do a virtual visit with an admissions counselor or maybe a college professor. So there's different options for you, and hope you can stay safe, but also make some good decisions. So, yeah.
I guess I'm up. Yeah, so I think my biggest thing is, going on campus, visiting the school. I think that's the most important thing. Whether the school is 10 minutes away or 10 hours away, you're going to spend a minimum of 2 to 4 years at that institution. So go visit wherever you plan on going, or wherever you're considering. I think that's going to be the most important thing, in my opinion. Talk to faculty, talk to current students, get their opinion, get their ideas, as well as, like everyone else said, do your research on definitely the majors are what you want to do for the rest of your life. I know students are going to change their mind during those 4 years. That can happen, but it's nice to have an idea and things that you're interested in, and kind of what careers and options are available. At the University of St. Francis, we offer quite a few different things virtually as well as in person. So we do in-person visits and campus tours and things like that. But virtually, we do have, you can meet with admissions counselors, you can meet with financial aid, different professors, program directors, as well as online, we do have a campus tour. It's a virtual campus tour. They'll show you around campus what it looks like and what we offer. Another great idea, I think, is the social media, as well as the different events that schools are doing. For example, this Saturday on the 17th, we are offering a sophomore and junior open house. So you can go on our website under admissions and aid. We do have admissions events, and you can sign up for the open house this Saturday. We'll have panels from different professors from different programs. Financial aid is going to be there. We're going to be there, students. So it is actually in person as well for this Saturday. So just a little bit of advice, I guess, from my part.
See, I told you guys they had great expert advice, and I would only also add, I hope that you'll take a look at all of their faces. These are professionals. They've devoted their careers to working with students and families through this process, and never hesitate to reach out to them. They want to answer your questions. They want you to go to them versus going to College Confidential or finding out from so-and-so's brother's cousin what the answer is. Like, they are the experts. And so they want you to not feel shy to ask them. So with that, I'd like to say thank you so much for joining us this evening. As you close out, you'll have a quick 4-question survey. We hope that you'll provide us with some feedback. And this was recorded tonight, and it will be available at strivescan.com/Indiana. And best wishes with your college search process, and have some fun. Good luck, everyone. Bye-bye.